Rex.
A little nervous, but you know.
What for?
Just, I don't know, I just get nervous in general, bro.
Me too. Well, that's all of us.
Yeah.
Well, because this is new to us, so
Yeah.
you know, like I'm used to just being behind the camera because I, you know, maybe shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
But like being in front of it is like, it's a little nerve-wracking.
It's different too, like dancing in front of a camera and like talking in front of a camera is like way different, bro.
Well, I mean, you express yourself dancing, so that's the reason why you're like, okay.
I
You're more
guess.
comfortable?
Sure. Maybe.
Breathe, bro.
Yeah. No, that's
Just
good.
forget that it's there and like they said, like have a conversation
Yeah.
among each other.
That's true.
Yeah. Dude, quick question. Why Rex? Why you started Rex?
Bro, the story behind that is pretty funny because I used to have, I don't know if you guys remember, I used to have a big ass mohawk.
Oh.
So it came from that. One of the guys who used to dance, he used to bully me and just call me like that I look like a T-Rex and shit, and the name just stuck. It wasn't like I picked the name, it was just like bullying that became my name.
I thought it was because I remember you had like a move going like this or something.
That was because of the name, bro. That came after, you know. It was like I gotta do something with the name, so.
Yeah.
You don't do that anymore?
Fuck no.
When the lights are off and the
When the lights are off and I'm in my room, I just be like that, you know.
Yeah. So you used to do that when you were dancing? Like that was one of your moves?
I used to have like little moves that I would make from that, you know.
Oh, okay. One of your first moves?
Nah, just like beat kills or like just little moves fucking around, you know. Just to kind of emphasize the name.
And then how did you like? How was your first encounter with electro? Like, was it like a song?
It was through music. I remember I used to skate. So I used to skate in TJ, and I had found this phone, but it was all fucked up, and I was like, and it had the memory card in it. So I took out the memory card and I put it in my laptop, and I started listening to the shit that it had in it, and it had the Morsetone song, Yale, you know, and I YouTubed it and started watching the video, and I got hooked, bro. Damn. I was fucking
what was the first
hooked.
video you watched?
Trixie.
Was it the Jelly?
Yeah, with Trixie in them, and like I just got hooked, bro. And then at the same time, that shit was popping up at our high school, so it just happened all at the same time.
Which high school?
Sweetwater High School in National City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it the same high school as Curly, or was it
different? We were in different high schools, yeah.
Okay. How many high schools back then that were dancing?
I don't know. All of them.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a.
It was more than 5 for sure.
Yeah.
More than 5, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean I've never heard of that here, you know, in LA. I mean, at least for All Star maybe there was a lot, but when it comes to electro, it was just like when Curly came, you know, he said that there was like a bunch of high schools that people had already cruised on, like already.
Yeah. Every high school had like at least one crew in it, so.
Were you in a crew in high school? Like
not with the high school, but not with the people from my high school, but I was in a crew with like some fools that were out of high school and shit. It was like I don't know if you guys remember Boo Boo. It's called I Love My Style. It was just like 5 of us.
Oh.
It wasn't really a crew, bro. It was just like us repping the name.
Oh, okay.
Cause I don't remember any time that we all got together and like started labbing or sessioning, you know.
And how did you start like developing the style, or like did you watch like a tutorial? Or, like?
I used to watch tutorials, and then the same guy that gave me the name, he taught me how to do the butterfly, and I practiced the butterfly for 3 months till I got it down. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this shit. So I started going through all the SMDB tutorials. I would watch all the Vertify battles and just try to copy off of that.
Yeah.
Which Vertify battles?
Fuck.
All of them around the world, or specific in TJ?
Nah, just the ones in France, like the Vertify World. I used to watch that shit like religiously, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I was a big fan of Electro Street, Vortex, and fucking Sabra. Sabra for sure.
What was your favorite team back then?
Vortex.
Vortex?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember like the whole choreography that they did was. I mean, it was actually really good. They had like also different outfits.
Yeah, they would change their outfits like every battle, and to me, like the creativity was different than what everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
Because they were dancing, but they were also doing like a show.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Definitely. Oh yeah, they were a freak.
And everybody else was just dancing, and the showmanship to me was like, okay, these fools are tight.
Okay. Well, talking about that, who's your actual reference in Electro Dance? Like, who do you consider like someone that you picked up your style from since the beginning?
Like one person or
You could name whichever it is,
damn.
or like the amount of people that you watch dancing.
If I had to pick just one, it's hard. But I would say that
Besides yourself.
from Derek from him. Nah. My main inspiration that I can remember from now would probably be Dano. But before Dano, it was like fucking Taylor, bro.
Taylor.
Miel was also in my top. I'm gonna keep going down the list. Then it's Jerem, bro. Jerem, I was like, I need to dance like him. And then currently, it's just been myself. You know.
Okay. Well, I see a lot of style of Dano like back then.
Yeah.
I remember before like.
Yeah, bro, it was
They used to
bad.
clown.
Yeah, they used to clown, bro. But you know, I feel like in order for you to try to be better at something, you gotta copy, bro.
Yeah,
Like.
I feel like everybody started like that, you know.
Yeah, and it's not like I copied his moves, bro. I copied his style, you know, or I took from his style.
Yeah.
I didn't like just bite all his moves and like claim they were mine, you know, like it was different. But I feel like it did help me understand the dance better too, you know.
Oh, okay. And so, well, going with that, how do you perceive your style? Like, what do you think sets you apart in your style compared to
Now.
other people? Yeah, now.
Damn. That's hard to answer. I don't know, bro. Well, lately I feel like I've just been more consistent with what I'm trying to do. So that kind of sets the way I dance. Different, and just like the different perspectives that I have or that I've acquired, you know, because somebody from TJ dance is way different than somebody from Guadalajara, you know?
Definitely.
So like just having traveled to like different places like has helped me shape my own style up.
Okay, that's good. Well, I actually want to get to know more about how you met your crew, your actual crew right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the name of the crew?
OmniVoltage.
OmniVoltage.
How did that came to
Yeah.
be? You know,
That's a sign?
Yeah.
Damn. We have to have a sign.
No gang signs.
Damn. Yeah.
how did you guys come up with the name? Or
So let me start off.
Right.
First, I met Derek through the all-style scene, you know, at the battles and shit. So I didn't really talk to him like that because
Derek?
Derek is
I'm there.
here. Derek Zubox.
Something, bro.
I'm Derek. What's up?
Hold on.
I'm Derek. I'm him. That's Derek. Right here.
What's your name?
Lianet.
Lianet.
Lianet. So it's like, it's weird. It's a little mouthful.
Lianet.
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 There we go.
Okay.
Lianet.
Say it again.
Lianet.
That's right. Y'all better fucking.
What's your background?
Cuban.
Cuban. Alright. Yes, it's different.
Yeah.
So I met this fool at the battles, and then just out of nowhere he hit me up, or I would hit him up too, like trying to teach him and shit. You know, like.
That's not what happened.
Nah, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
All right,
All right. I met this
Explain
fool.
this better.
I met this fool. Okay, I was dancing in the all-style scene. I thought electro was cool because it had some movements that like not a lot of other people do. And so I remembered back in the day that Rex would do electro when I first started dancing, back when I was 19. So this was when I was about 22. I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, can you teach me some electro?" Because I didn't know where else to turn.
He
Like,
charge you?
But I met up with him one day, and then he taught me like some basics, and then from there I just started practicing. But I never really like danced electro at battles or at sessions. It was just like on my own time when I practiced. And then one day I put it in a battle and I did good. And like the judges were like, "Your style is sick." And that was my first time like putting my electro out there after like 2 years of just training by myself, or like training with Rex and then one other homie. His name is Justin. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how I met Rex.
And
So I've been shuffling for 8 years now. So I've always been interested in other electronic dance styles, and electro was one of them. Coincidentally enough, when I first started shuffling, I came across it as tectonic, and I liked it way more than shuffling, but I could not find anybody around me that did it.
Yeah.
So I just like let it go, and then every now and then I would try to like imitate it a little bit from what I would see online, but again, it's just not the same. Eventually I gravitated towards like the all style scene, and then started going out to sessions and things like that, just to like put more variety within my style. And then I came across them and I was like, that's really cool. Where have you been all my life type thing. I'm like, I want to learn. And then they just started inviting me out to more sessions and things like that. And then they're like, want to be part of the crew? I'm like, yeah.
So one day, Uzi got jumped into Lunatic's crew.
Okay.
And that day I was like, man, fuck that. We gotta make a crew. So I told them like, hey, we're gonna start a crew right now.
That was days before that.
Nah, though.
Yeah, because remember, because Uzi wasn't. We weren't sure if we wanted Uzi or not to
That's
be
true,
in
damn.
OmniVoltage or if we wanted to be in
We're gonna
Lunatics.
have to bring Uzi to tell us.
Yeah, either.
He's in the car. Let me go.
But the way we made OmniVoltage is because we started sessioning, or like we would see each other at sessions all the time, and then eventually
You can hold it, bro.
eventually, because we started seeing each other a lot, Rex was like, we should start a crew. And we were like low-key like traveling together too, to go to like all style battles. And then we were like, for a while we were just like looking for a name to have. And then we were like bouncing ideas, and then it ended at OmniVoltage because it was something different, and it was like we felt like it was cool.
We felt like it represented us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, voltage because of the volt sign, I guess.
Electro, you know, electric, and then voltage. Omni means together. We kind of had to Google that.
Oh, shit.
And also alien, if you want to translate it in Spanish.
So you guys started to session and then just came up with that crew.
Yeah, well, pretty much our sessions, it was just like an electro session. It wasn't like a crew session or anything. Like,
Okay.
obviously, fucking Curly and them will show up. And it was cool, you know?
Who else would show up?
You?
Curly, Vic.
Well, Curly and them, because they're
No, but
okay,
you gotta
bro.
say the whole name.
I
You gotta say
can't.
everyone's names, bro.
Alright, Curly, Vic, Paul, fucking,
Uzi.
Derek,
Is
Uzi.
Paul
Andre.
part of Lunatics, or we just-
We won't touch on that topic right now.
He's
Got that.
he was on his own.
Yeah, he's on his own, but
his thing.
I don't know. He's doing his thing, bro. He's
Doing his thing. Yeah.
Shout out to homie Paul.
Okay, sounds good. So you wanted to just be apart from Lunatics.
I was in Lunatics, bro, for
Yeah.
a while, and I'm gonna say it like it is, bro. We bumped heads a lot, you know. Like I fuck with them, bro. They're my brothers, but like they have a different. They want to take their electro to a different route, and I want to do something else with my shit, you know.
Okay. Can you unwrap that? Like, can you actually say like what they want to do and what you want to do?
I don't know what they want to do. To be honest, bro,
You just know what you want.
I just know what I want to do, you know. Like
Okay, I respect that.
I'm trying to grow this shit, you know.
All right. So where do you see Electro in San Diego? Like, I don't know, 5 years from now.
Shit. What do you guys think about that? Where do you see it?
Yeah, because you guys are the new blood, so that's actually really cool.
So, with Electro, what do I see in 5 years? I guess like more people getting into it. Honestly, I feel like the rave scene, I feel like sometimes people can get lost like with like taking drugs, and I feel like dance is a good way to express yourself like healthy. And so I just see more people getting into it, more people being in the community, and yeah, I just see more people doing it in like 5 years.
Yeah. I would say same here. More people knowing about it, educating themselves on it, knowing it as electro and not tectonic. Personally, like a lot of people in the shuffle community, even though it's like an electro dance community, like they didn't really know about electro. They know about it internationally, but not here. So I would love to see it being known, more people getting into it. Us like traveling as well. Like I would love to like represent in like other countries, other states, put our names out there, and yeah, just a new wave of dance, basically.
Nice.
Alright, so I already have a plan for the next 5 years. It's just we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go in hard. Pause. We're gonna go. We're gonna try, you know, to spread this, and my goal is to teach more, bro. Like, if I am ever given the opportunity, I'm gonna just take it. Fuck it, cause I feel like it's time, bro. Like, we just been dancing to ourselves the past like 15 years, you know. So it's like,
yeah, it's actually been a lot of
it's
time.
been a long time, bro. And like, if you really think about it, that's like, to me, that's half my life, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've dedicated half my life to electro, and like, it's definitely given me back a lot, and now I wanna give back to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. You already have some experiences, like kind of like doing workshops here and there, right?
Yeah, a couple in the past, like, I feel like in the past 3 years, it's been more active, and it only gets better from there.
Nice. What's been the current, the way like the new people see electro? What's your kind of the
How
way?
does the old styles community see
Yeah.
electro in your eyes? You know?
Go ahead, Rex. Wait, go for you.
Okay, so the way I see it, no, I know, but like, they're coming from the outside of the scene, you know, so to me, in the beginning, I think they saw it as a joke, or as it wasn't really a dance, but now that they're consistently seen as do it, they're understanding like our arm patterns and all the shit that we do, so it's a really complex style, and it's not for everybody, but to the ones that understand it, you know, like, they think it's cool. And they fuck with it.
Yeah, I feel like in the all styles community, like some people, a lot of the moves will like go over their head, and like the musicality is like not understood. But I just think it's because electro is kind of like a niche style. It has like its own music, and I feel like a lot of other dancers, they're not gonna be listening to electro just because they just weren't they didn't, like, that wasn't in their life. So a lot of other dancers, so when I do it now, like, sometimes I can see my opponent, like, they'll joke on it, but I know that like once my movement's real clean and crisp, it's gonna be like electro is gonna be doing damage in the all styles community for sure.
More damage, because we've been doing damage, right?
For sure.
I think they don't probably fully understand it, which probably touches on what you both said. And it's probably due to the music. They don't fully grasp it because of that. But the more we do it, the more we show up, the more they'll get to like understand it and perhaps try even the style of music, so they themselves get to like feel it themselves. But it's good. I think we're doing a good job with that, because like they do seem pretty supportive about it. And we've been given like some cool opportunities along the way too, so it's getting there.
Okay.
So, what's your take? What's your take on because from where we like learn is that electro is not a pure dance, right? So it's like a mixture.
Who said that? Say.
They say it's a mixture of like different styles put together, and it's pretty much dance to electro music. So, but I want to know what's your take on that. What's your belief on that? You know, and we just want to see everyone's perspective, and
Yeah.
you know, leave it as that.
So people saying it's not a real style because it takes from other dances. That's actually a pretty interesting take, bro. And like, part of it is true, you know. But then again, you can say the same thing about a lot of other styles.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe krump is not krump because they take from clown dancing, but that's not true. Krump is their own dance. I think it all comes down to the intention of the moves, because the moves may be similar, but the intention of them is different.
Okay.
So I think that's what kind of separates electro or makes it its own thing.
Yeah.
Do you think there's such a thing as kind of like pure electro?
In my eyes, yeah.
Okay. Can you say more about it? Like what?
Yeah,
what will make
if
pure
you
electro?
throw the basses in there, like, and you're still doing your own shit, like, it's still pure electro.
Okay.
Electro is always gonna be electro. You know, you look at dancers like Taylor and Bats who throwing a lot of flexing and broken breaking, like, their shit is still pure electro, bro, because they dance electro. You know?
Okay. Along the all the dancers that are known worldwide, who do you think you would say, and you can include yourself in this, kind of dance pure electro?
Pure electro to me would be a dancer like Mel. But I mean, even if you think about it, everybody can be pure electro because everybody has the bases down.
That's true.
The foundation is what's gonna make it pure electro or not. Like if you're dancing to electro music and not doing any electro foundation, then you're not dancing electro.
Okay. What's both of your take on that?
If you stick to foundation, like you can clearly tell, like electro has its own foundation, and if a person's like doing it, then that's an indicator that they're doing that pure style. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah.
It's a pretty hard topic to talk on, but
Wait, the question.
Well, so what would you consider pure electro, and if there's such a thing, what's your take on that?
Coming from someone who's new, I'm still actually trying. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, what is the message from electro when you guys dance electro? Like, what is the intention or feeling that you guys get?
how about you answer their question first?
No, wait, I want to know because then.
All right.
Okay, I think I would like to say that whenever I dance, there's kind of like así como, well, he says that sometimes I get too what is it called, like too energetic when it comes to hearing the music. So when it comes to that, I kind of touch on, I guess, on the emotion of actually, okay, let's go at it, okay, let's go, So that's my take on electron, what I want to transmit, or what's the message that I want to send. But of course, following the music, or trying to follow the music, doing that.
Like,
does that answer your
like
question?
let's go feeling.
Yeah.
Because I can relate. Because the first time that I battled with electro, I told myself like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And then when I did it, it was like I was just going all out, and it felt good to like do all the things that I've been practicing, and then like trying it as hard as I could. And at that time, it's like I'm telling myself I'm dancing electro, even though the music wasn't electronic music. But because of the foundations that I learned from electro, I tell myself this is electro dance, so.
Nice. Okay. Well, for me, I think it's just pretty much basic. It's just art in general. So that's what I express. When I dance electro, that's what I express. It's art. Because every movement, if you do this, it's just beautiful, you do this, you could either do it like this, but you could either do it like up, so it's art to me. So that's what I try to transmit.
Okay. All right. I want to know what do you want to transmit or give the message?
That was his question.
No, yeah, I know, but I think it's an interesting question.
Like, what do I want to transmit when I dance?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
You told me last time.
I did, bro.
Go ahead. Say the truth.
Tell me what you told.
Hey, chill, bro. Damn. I don't know if I want to answer that, bro.
What you think of when you dance electro?
Yeah, what's the feeling that you feel?
Me, bro, it depends. Like, I just want to destroy people.
He's a battler.
Bro, like, okay, so back to when we started, bro. When we had all these high schools dancing, like, it wasn't like we came together and vibed out, bro. It was like, fuck that, we're gonna battle these fools, So, every time we would train, it was to prepare for that battle. Like, it hasn't been until recently that it's like, okay, I'm labbing, I'm practicing, and it's more of a social thing with the homies, like sessioning and shit. And it's different, and it's changed the way we dance too, because it's like before it was just like throwing combos at each other, like beat kills and all that, and now it's more like art. Like he said, it's more artistic. But at the end of the day, like, it's already engraved in us, like, we want to battle,
So it really depends on how you want to approach.
Yeah, like the approach and the intention of the moves. Like, even a little move, like, you can change it when you're dancing by yourself to when you're doing it in a battle, and it like really changes how the move's gonna look. Like, it can be the same fucking point, but it's like the intention behind it. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So
what do you want to transmit when you're dancing electro?
And that is really a hard one.
It is.
You can't say pause because it's a girl.
It's messed up. Look at Rex. I don't know. I'm in a stage of my journey where I'm still pretty beginner at it. So I'm trying to gain confidence with it and be more confident with my upper body after being so used to like using my lower body. So yeah, like confidence, I think it's the word that comes up, because that's, yeah, I think.
When you dance electro.
Trying to show more confidence, I guess.
Okay. Well, going back to the question that I was asking everyone, like, what do you consider pure electro? Or if there's such thing as that, coming from an old style perspective.
I think pure electro is just like dancing electro to electro music. I think there's times when people do a certain flow where I'm like, okay, that's electro. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the groove, like it has to use the whole body. I think, like even just a small like kick, touch and go with some rotors, like it's not enough. It has to come like through your whole body for it to be like real electro. And I think so too, like when you're listening to the music and you hit certain parts of the music where for me I'm like, okay, that's nice. Like to me that's pure electro. So just dancing with the flow,
Feeling the music. There you go. I think, yeah, feeling the music. Because like if you really get in tap to the music, you should be able to, like, you get in tapped with the music, you have the foundation, you should be able to express and tap in
It's
within that
different.
essence. Yeah.
when I practice electro to other styles of music, like it's different than if I practice electro to electro music, because now that I've been like seeing more people and then seeing how they dance to electro music, I can see like kind of what they're hearing and kind of what they're feeling. But then when I do it myself, like it feels, if I can feel how it's different than if I was dancing to hip hop, because hip hop comes with a different foundation. It comes with different sounds. But with electro, like electro came from electronic music. So I feel like pure electro is just dancing to electro music. Of course you should try to work on the foundations and the flow, but I feel like if you're dancing to the music, like why not? Why isn't that electro? That's my take on it.
Careful though.
I
might
know.
start shuffling and then you'll be like electro.
I'm gonna start.
But then people know, like, okay.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, now that the three of you have gone to compete in.
Well, what's your guys' take on pure electro? I want to know that.
Well,
Because we're from different generations, maybe. I don't know when you guys started, but I didn't see you guys till like Vertify.
Ask them
Two?
when they started.
When did you guys start?
well, the first
one.
You were in Vertify 1? I remember you, yeah.
Yeah, I was in Verify 3. That was like in 2012.
When did you start dancing though?
2010 actually.
You?
I think 2009.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, to me, if I can put an example of what pure electro to me is or has been, it's been Russian dancers. So, for example, to me, Sebra to me is I would consider that pure electro. You know, even though a lot of other people have a take on that. Oh no, you have to add the kind of the Milky Way type of groove.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, Russia kind of took the style to a level where, you know, the arm movement was so complex that it didn't look like walking anymore. It didn't look like, you know, like voguing. It looked its own thing, you know, its own essence. If I would have to put a name on what I consider pure electro, it would be Yarus.
Oh.
Yeah, just because well, even though right now he's not as active as how he was back then.
Yeah.
But when he was in his prime, Yarus to me was who I consider
Top tier. He was top tier for sure.
Top tier and pure electro.
Okay.
You know? So maybe the one that I would say right now, who I think is more electro, I would say maybe. And even though now I like other styles like more or less, you know.
Yeah.
But I would say Sing as well is also another one that I would consider, just because of the arm movement is so complex. So that's what I would consider pure electro. Like that arm movement that is so complex and it's so fast and it goes with the music, that is just really different to any other style. Yeah.
It come back to the question, bro. It's hard to really identify pure electro because, like you said, the Russians have their own essence of it.
Yeah.
But then, how can Russia be more pure than France if France is the ones that started it? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the reason why. I mean, when this podcast comes out, and I'm pretty sure maybe like some French people are gonna be like, "Oh, no,
Fuck those fools."
yeah, like they're from LA, so they don't know anything.
but
So
again, this is our perspective. On it,
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
So that's my take on what pure electro
Yeah.
is. Yeah. What were you?
Well, I feel like I'm in a confused place because, like I said, I guess now that I've been like digging more into dancing and stuff like that, so like I found that a lot of foundations from electro they're from like either like popping or like like whacking, Vogue. So it's just like I'm in a very confusing like situation, I guess. But I guess I do agree with him. Dancing to electro music and then just doing the basics, that would be pure electro to me as well.
Hell yeah.
But,
Bro.
yeah.
It's okay for dance styles to come from other dance styles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just it comes back to like how is it that it's done, its essence, what kind of music. But yeah, like all dance styles actually came from another
Yeah,
dance style.
because we learn from each other, so yeah. But the thing is that, like, I don't know if you guys saw recently that what Goku said on his stories.
Yeah.
That to me, I was expecting like someone from France to be like, you know what, electro is pure, and he was saying the same thing, He was saying like, oh yeah, this comes from voguing. This comes from thudding, and I was like, well, then what the fuck, What are we doing? And it just kind of like, to me, it was like my dreams kind of like, But I mean, it's as long as we like still dancing to electro music and we like bring something to the table, I think is what matters.
The basics are always gonna be there, bro. Like you can't base your whole style off of just the basics because then you'll just become a very still dancer. Like
Yeah.
for example, Goku, bro. Like he doesn't throw in all the basics in his dance, but it's still electro because he has he has some basics in there, but he still has his own twist to it, and that's what separates him from like all the other dancers. Like for example, Russia too. Like a lot of people there dance the same, bro. Like.
Yeah.
It's cool, but like, if you think of Russia, you're not really gonna think of separate names. You're gonna think more of the whole place in general.
Yeah,
If you go to France, you're thinking about names, bro, like Naeem, Milliard, fucking Goku.
Yeah.
It changes like the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I think that's the reason why there's no such thing as a French style, because everyone like
in France, dance is fucking different, and it's cool, bro. Like I feel like to me that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Well, and also same thing. That, for example, I think there was a point in time in Mexico where everyone was dancing the same way, right? So that's the reason there was such a thing as a Mexican style.
Yeah.
I think now everyone is just kind of very different, Like the style of Rediak is very different to the style of Dano.
Yeah.
To the style of
Balzac.
Yeah. So to the style of Wisco, to the style of Pulga, So now everyone like has their own kind of mix to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So actually, touching on the topic of Mexico, now that you guys have gone to Tijuana to dance, what's the difference, or well, the experience? And this is actually more of a question to both of you, since you've been in also all style and also coming from an all style background. How do you see the events of just electro? Like, was a really cool thing about them, and then also what's something that could be improved?
So record this. I'm listening to the Mox stuff. Shout out to Mox. Shout out to Mox.
For me, it was nice to go somewhere where there's a lot of dancers that I don't know. So I feel like it wasn't just like a handful of people, like 5 or 6. It's like 20 people that I've never met before, and their style is just a high level. So wait, what was the question?
Yeah. So what's your perspective on the events of electro, like just electro?
What's good and what's something that could be improved?
Yeah.
Okay. So what needs to be improved with, in my opinion, the Mexico scene is just maybe the sessioning, like to include everybody. It felt like as a newcomer, I kind of felt shy to be like dance in front of them. it felt like if I danced in front of them, it's like as if I'm asking them to battle, but more it's like I want to share.
More like a cipher?
More like a cipher. At least,
More
yeah.
ciphering.
That's what I want to see in
definitely.
Mexico. More ciphering. Because I want to meet everybody. And I want to be able to see everyone dance. And I want to be able to speak with them through my dance too. But it felt like a little bit like, we're at a battle. Okay, I'm going to just chill out right here. This is my spot. That's how I felt in Mexico.
Okay.
To me, I love the tacos.
Just like Derek, I thought it was really cool to like see other dancers that are at a very high level that I was never like I've never seen before, never knew about them, and to know that they've been doing it for a very long time and they had like their own scene. And their style is like different too, even from what you see online. What I would like to change, it's not really like I would like to see more girls show up. I would like to see more E-Queens represent and put it out there for the girls, basically.
Nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And you?
I don't know, bro.
Besides the tacos.
What was it? Can we go back to the question?
So, what's your perspective on the events of Electro in
Okay.
Tijuana? What's good and what's bad?
The good is that it's a place for us to get together. But like he said, we're lacking fucking ciphers, bro. Cipher time, I feel like that's where dancers get to connect more rather than just battling. Even though we did start off just wanting to battle, bro, like, we gotta evolve, bro. We gotta move forward. Like, it's not 09, 07, bro. Like, we don't hate each other. We gotta share with each other. We gotta fucking vibe with each other. But it's good to see the comeback in the events, dog. Like, I hadn't been to an event in TJ, I want to say, like, in at least 5 years, and just going back, it was different. It was good.
And what's your take on the music? Because something we noticed too is that, you know, in France they play a certain type of music, in Russia they play a certain type of music, Mexico has their own type of music, so what's your take on that?
It's good. Good job. It's like... Good.
I like it.
Variety in the music is very good. I feel like it can really put a dancer to the test. Because if you're only used to dancing to trash music, bro, like, you're not going to know what to do when, like, for example, you go to an all-stars battle and they put, like, hip-hop. Having that variety or having that difference in music really helps, too, because some people might not like the trash, some people might not like the break beats, but they can come to, like, a common ground, you know. Maybe both of them like the techno shit. But yeah, definitely we do gotta work on having more varieties of music, because it's just having the trash isn't always gonna cut it, you know. Although some of the French music I'm not a big fan of, like, it's still part of it, so you gotta respect it.
Okay.
Well, what about you guys? Because
I mean-
you come from shuffling, so
Right.
it's also a different type of electro than the one we dance in Electro Dance. So.
Yeah, just like he said, more variety probably. Personally, for me, it can get confusing style-wise because, like, my body wants to dance a certain way, but then I have to, like, no, it's electro, upper body, let's go. Like, don't think too much about footwork, but variety is always good. It will push other dancers to experiment with, like, different things and feel more confident when they step in other places other than TJ to, like, perform better. So...
You were asking, like, what do I think about the music?
Yeah.
The differences of music. I don't know if you noticed, like, Russia will play a different type of music than TJ and shit.
I'm still new. I can't really like tell like the big differences between the music.
Oh, okay.
Well, what do you think about electro music in general?
Electro music in general, I feel like there's a lot of patterns, but I feel like they play with the waves a lot, which is nice because when you see someone dance electro and they hit like the waves where it goes like wow, you know, like I would be like, whoa, they hit that. Like it's a nice musicality. But I think like coming from like a house background, I really like hitting what is it, like drums, what is it, percussion?
Snares?
Yeah, I like snares. I like listening to percussion, so that's usually what I listen to. But now I'm trying to get better at like listening to like the electronic. Just like takes time to get used to.
Okay. Well, now for the three of you, what do you all consider that an electro dancer should do to take the dance style, his or her own dance style, to the higher level, to the next level? Whoever wants to take that question on.
Individuality, probably. Like after you've gone through the stage of like being a beginner, you essentially find yourself and then find your own style. So that's what takes you to the next level, I think.
Take class.
With who?
You. I'm talking to you. Take class. If you are that type of dancer that likes to learn different things, definitely branch out, bro. Like, go learn other styles. You don't have to fully train them, but like at least understanding them, you'll be able to understand what you're doing more, you know? Work on your physical health too. I feel like that has played a big, personally to me, that has helped me a lot, bro. And shout out to Derek right here for putting me on the gym, bro, because like if it wasn't for him, I'd probably be like 105 pounds right now, dancing like I used to back in 2015. But yeah, bro, like taking care of yourself, and like that'll definitely help you progress in dance and learning. You always have to want to learn more, even if you think you know it all.
Yeah, I think the next level for any dancer, it's different for each dancer, the next level, but I guess just always keep creating, like always knowing why you do it, and then like keep branching out, meet more people, because there's a lot of dancers out there, for sure.
Meet more girls. No, like dancer girls, you know what I mean? Like for the community.
Woo! For the community.
So, okay, now going to the more in depth into the topic of that, like taking electro to a higher level. Maybe you remember all of this, but I mean, throughout the history of electro, the past 10 years, it's been different. How it was before, it's very different to what it is right now.
Yeah.
So, where the three of you see electro going in the next 10 years, in general, worldwide? Or like what type of form is it gonna take? Is it going to go in different direction? Is it going to be, different styles coming out of electro?
That's a very, very, very difficult question to answer, because I don't know what the intention is for like the other countries to do with the style. Personally, I feel like just more dancers are gonna start getting into it, bro, because it went from a wave where it was really popular. It went down for some time, you could even see it in the French events, like not a lot of people were showing up. Then it went up again, and now it's been like steadily just going up. But like everything that goes up, it's gotta come down. Then not everything that comes down, it's gotta go up. So I feel like we're gonna see a lot of waves of that if we're still active with it. But I mean, as long as you're consistent with your art, like this is gonna keep expanding, bro, And it's getting more commercialized. I mean, it was in the Olympics, bro. Like, when the fuck would you ever think that electro was gonna... Shout out to Goku, bro, and then the whole family out there in France doing their work. Like, that's some tough shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was good to see that.
To actually see it on TV, on live TV, and
Well, I feel like now a lot of people are doing more like choreos. Like it's becoming more like they're actually doing choreos to like mainstream music. So which is dope, because now they could hire electro dancers to be in a music video or something like that. So it's going to a mainstream level. That's where I see.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna go through its waves, just like every other dance style does. But I do see everybody pushing in their own way, to the level like where it got to like the Olympics, and I do see like other communities like worldwide like showing up to like all styles, like dancing electro to like different types of music. So I do see it within 10 years like being more mainstream and popular than it is now, and more people recognizing it for what it is.
In 10 years,
Yeah.
electro, like, bro,
I'm gonna make this a clip.
bro, in 10 years, electro, like, this is what I'm thinking, like,
Look at-
who is making music for electro? Is there still people making music for electro? Yeah,
Good one.
yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of producers out there. I mean, there's the Mexican producers, French producers. And this is just within the electro dance community. I mean, outside of it, there's a bunch more.
specifically made music for us type shit.
So I mean, as long as there's people pushing the boundaries with the music, pushing the boundaries for the dance, I feel like it's just gonna keep growing. Like I was practicing just yesterday to electro music, dancing electro. It's a good feeling, like to express, and so I hope in 10 years more people get to experience that feeling as well.
It's oftentimes that it's the music that drives the dance. So like right now, like the more you hear about like break beats, the more you hear about electronic music and like different genres within itself, more people eventually trickle down into figuring out how to dance to it, and that's how they find it. You know, because that's how I came across shuffling too. As someone who is a fan of electronic music, I wanted to know how to dance to it, and that's how I came across like shuffling. But if breakbeats become like even more popular as how it's getting now, then people essentially want to figure out how to dance to it too. So yeah, it's very driven by the music. Dance is driven by the music. So as long as we got producers like putting out their like music that's gonna make us dance electro, then I think we're in good hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the producers, actually, like where it's gonna go.
In a way.
In a way.
It has to be it's a contribution of everybody, bro.
Oh, okay, it's actually good.
Like if you think about it, if you had like a DJ like that mixes if you had a DJ that mixes electronic music, electro music, then there's gonna be more electro dancers. But like me personally, I don't know. I know some DJs, but they're from house. They play house music. So we have house events, and that's what we dance to.
Yeah.
But if I had a DJ that played electro music and he just likes playing electro music, then I can get down with that too. Then I get to practice in a space where someone who likes to listen.
I also noticed that, you know, like there's no DJs that mix songs, or there's actually just like sets that people make, and either the song is like going super high, and then the next song that they put in is like it goes super low. So like we need some like DJs that actually like know how to match the same energy of the song, so that when it's a battle or like an event, it doesn't kill the vibe, you know. Like,
Ooh, that's very good that you touched on that.
yeah, because that's last time we were like sessioning and we put a set, and then the song was like super high and we're going at it, and then super low, and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the music has a lot to do with how you're gonna approach it.
For sure.
Some electro musics are just meant to be listened to, bro. Like they're not all supposed to be in battles. But yeah, definitely the power behind the electro music is like something that you gotta fucking feel, bro.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's probably what kind of sparked the interest in a lot of us, you know? Just feeling
I
that
remember
shit.
in 2013, I was just listening to dubstep. That was cool. In 2013, I was in middle school. I was in middle school, and then I would just be playing video games to dubstep, and then like, cause it has a lot of like similar waves. I know it's not exactly the same, but like that's.
I think it's considered a different genre of electro. I think it should be considered as that. You know, it's just like hip hop. Like it has different genres, so electro has itself different genres as well. So it should be considered as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like touching on that note, I think dubstep to electro is what trap is to hip hop. I think. Some sort of way.
Similar, yeah, bro. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Going to the okay, I asked you this question, but I want to ask both of you this question because as I said, you guys are the new blood. What's your reference from electro at the moment? Is it just Rex right now, or like have you guys expanded to like different dancers that you see that okay, I kind of want to see his or her style that I want to dance more on that?
I can start with that. So before I came across with Rex, Singa put in his Electro Spring online. So he was one of the first people that I saw that was putting out tutorials and ways of teaching it out there. So he was my reference for quite a bit. And then Rex came along. But I still look up to him, and there's like other people like Roman and people who put themselves out there to like teach others that I think is like really cool. So
Shout out Roma, shout out Singa.
yeah.
I was definitely inspired by the electro dancers that I met just from like the all styles, like Rex, Curly, and like Blue even. And now like the people that inspire me are like still like people in my community, and then even the people that I met in Mexico, they inspired me. But definitely when I'm like just at home and like you know, I just go on YouTube, I watch battles. I like a lot of like French dancers, like Miel, Goku for sure, Taylor. Like I think that they just move their body in a way that's amazing.
Yeah. I like what you said, that you know you get inspired by the people around you, because I feel like I mean me as well, you know, I started like admiring like dancers from Europe and stuff like that, but admiring someone around you is much doper, you know. So like I like that.
He's like, yeah, there you go. All right, sounds good. Do any of you have any favorite song that it's like your favorite of all time in electro? I know you may have one.
That's tough, bro. I really don't. I have my like producer that I look up to.
Okay.
And that would be Spellcaster.
Oh, it's Spellcaster.
Shout out Spellcaster. You still gotta drop that reggaeton mix, you know. But yeah, bro, I feel like a lot of his music has kind of shaped Electro Dance too, you know. When he got to play in France, to me that was like crazy, bro. I was like, damn, the homie like went out there and did his thing. But if I had to pick one song, it has to be the Yell song, bro. Like forever, that's gonna be the song to me, you know.
Nice.
What is it? The
Yelle.
Joe's guard something.
Causes Garkin.
Oh, okay.
It's French.
Yeah.
I can't say it. But yeah, bro, like that's gotta be the all-time electro song, you know.
Yeah.
Because to me, that was the song that introduced me to it. So gotta pay my respect to it.
All right. Do both of you have a favorite specific song?
No. I look up sets on SoundCloud. Lately, what's it called? Chromosoma?
Chromosoma. Ooh.
Yeah, I do find his sets to be pretty fun. Yeah, I don't have like a specific artist like that.
Yeah, I just be listening to sets and then I just like it on SoundCloud. So not yet, but sometimes I hear songs that like I know or like that I've heard before, but I can't really put a name to it. So yeah,
Okay.
take some finding for sure.
All right. Taking it back to Electro Dance here in the US, I feel like we have all the right ingredients and mix for Electro Dance to actually boom here in a lot of ways, because we have, I feel like we have a lot of different things, but what do the three of you think needs to happen for Electro to actually grow here?
Besides action.
Yeah, besides action, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Well, I think of an answer.
Like I think like with the DJ thing, like if someone really like created some music that every like it's electro and it's like yo, get everyone like fucking dancing, then I think then it would gather more people and that will do it. But I think too, even like just dancing at like all style events or like in different areas, like when people see the movement, I know that they see it's different and they'll get it inspired for sure.
Presence, right?
Yeah, more of a presence.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see somebody like have like a set, like a DJ set where they're hosting like a gig or something, and then like, hey, like I want all electro dancers to like come out and just dance it out. I've seen it happen within shuffling, and it's a good way to grow your local community. So I can definitely see it with electro as well. along with like also social media presence. I know a lot of us like don't really like posting online too much, but nowadays it's one way to grow, and it's where it's at. You guys seen it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like shuffling took it to like a really high level online presence, and now it's like known as a style, and I can see Electro doing the same thing. So yeah, definitely posting yourself more out there and educating people about the dance style. Yeah.
Take class.
Take class.
What was the question again?
What do you think needs to happen here in the US to actually have a boom?
Okay,
in the community?
For sure, more social media presence, cause shout out to the homies in TJ, but like they're not out there, you know, like you don't really know much about Mexican dancers till you go out there.
It's also different because it's Mexico. Like, to be honest, like, it sucks, but unfortunately, when it comes to social media, everybody just pays attention to the US.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of people pay attention to other communities in, like, southern countries, unfortunately, even though they're, like, very, very talented. But yeah, like, we gotta focus on what we gotta do here in the US for us to, like, be able to take it there. Because, yeah. I think they're I think they're doing the best they can, but in terms of like social media, yeah, like the US is what people pay attention to.
I think we need more events.
Mm-hmm.
Or just more people coming to the sessions, bro. Like, because I feel like at the sessions is where it starts growing.
Community.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Community, like he said, going to the all-style session so other dancers could see this dance form. Traveling is gonna help us a lot. Social media, you gotta emphasize that one.
Gotta start practicing electro to different music.
Yeah, you gotta start
different music.
Yeah,
it's possible. Like the way that electro is danced is so like beautiful. So it's like people need to see that energy where, you know, otherwise they wouldn't see it. So once you get connected to other music and then like you dance electro to like other music, they'll be like, hey, what style is that? It's electro, right? And then it's like, right? And then it's like, we actually, it's like, oh, we actually have our own music too. And then like, then we get to show them like what it really is, electro to electro music.
Damn, Derek is smart.
Rex, do you want to go to LRC next year?
Do I want to go? I'm going to go.
You're going to go?
I'm going to go, bro.
Okay, nice. Do you want to have any specific KO with someone specific?
Nah, because at the end of the day,
bro,
I respect them, bro. I respect the shit out of them, you know, for doing this. Because to me, without this dance, bro, I probably wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't be here, you know? I love the dance, bro. But I don't have a KO like that. It would just be cool to experience being there, you know?
Yeah, definitely. With the last LRC that happened, it was
amazing, bro. Like, there's no words to describe shit like that.
Like every electro dancer, I'm pretty sure wanted to be there. Just because of the vibes, you know, the whole of.
And it's just nice because everybody, like, you could see everybody put in a lot of work, and once they get to the dance floor, like, you see that, you know, all the work they put in, and it shows. So it's dope to see all that.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just to close it up, bro, like, what would be like three advices that you will give like a new dancer that's coming up?
Oof. How about we ask them? Have I given you any helpful advice?
Mm-hmm. Take class.
Nice. Take my class.
With Rex, you know, every now and then he has some wise words.
Okay.
And it's just like, it comes with experience. So what can you share from your experience, bro?
Shit.
Going back to that, sometimes when I like try to teach people, like I don't see it as I'm teaching them. I'm just giving them what I was taught, you know? That's why like I want them to answer first, and then if I find the answer to the question in their answers, then I'll, you know, emphasize on that.
It all comes down to practice. just practice. As a new dancer myself, like I think the only way to get past that beginner stage is by keep practicing. The one advice I think you gave me that I'm like, I keep reminding myself is like, I need to hit harder. I need to hit harder. So just like practice, hit harder.
To advice to a new dancer. Don't be scared to try it. Even if you don't think it looks good, just keep trying, because even to this day, I do some shit that it's like, that didn't look good, but if I keep trying it, I can make it look good. Learn the fucking history. Look at the old videos. There's so much shit you can learn from just watching these old school battles. Like, we evolved from it. We let a lot of things in the past. We can bring them back. But there's just so much information out there that, like, it can help you understand the dance better. And then the third one would probably to fucking just take class. Take class. Take class, listen to the music, take some more class. If you don't like the class, go to the other one.
Nice.
You know, but.
And where can they find more about you? Like, what's your social media, YouTube?
Oh.
Yeah, all my links are gonna be down here.
Nice.
Insert text here type shit. But yeah, I'm on Instagram, the Lil Rex, also _ OmniVoltage. That's where they're gonna find us. We do plan on doing more things next year with our crew, as we're just starting right now. But yeah,
do you mind just do you mind sharing a specific any project you may want to mention?
We don't have any project set in stone, but definitely for this coming year, I wanna expand more in different states. Like, on our way here, we were actually talking about going to Las Vegas to compete, spreading some electro out there, and I want to do tutorials too. You know, I feel like that'll help a lot, because there are some out there, but there also isn't some out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So having more is always better.
Definitely.
And where can they find more about you guys?
Also Instagram. If you go through the OmniVoltage page, like
We're all on there.
Yeah, we're all on there. But my username is F1OWST8 Flow State. It's mainly my shuffle account, but now it's a mixture of like shuffle and electro. So, yeah.
You can find me at d.zubox, ZUBOX.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And
We didn't go with that one, the all-style question.
What's up, girl? See you guys in the next episode.
Body. DJ Lily. Possession. Alive.